people, Bemi here. I'm a Nigerian lifestyle blogger based here in Lagos, Nigeria. I film about lifestyle, love, motherhood, faith, and every other thing in between all those things I just talked about. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. If you found yourself liking this video, my content, and everything on my channel, please click on the subscribe button and the notification bell to always get notified whenever I post new videos. And if you're returning back to my channel, loyal gang, thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate it and I do not take it for granted in any way possible. So today, guys, we're going to be having a chit chat about C-sections. I say sick. About C-sections, cesarean sections. You guys know I recently posted my labor and delivery story on my channel. Thank you so much, guys. The love was overwhelming. Yeah, where I talked about how I had an unplanned C-section to deliver my baby, and I got a lot of comments, a lot of thank yous. You're inspiring, you're this, you're strong, and I also got a whole bunch of questions, and I even got a request telling me to make a video debunking the myth around C-sections, and so that's what I'm here to do today. So if you want to know more about what I want to talk about, or you even just want to counteract me and say no, what you're saying don't make sense, whatever you feel like doing, you want to watch this video, let's just jump right into it. So guys, if you haven't seen my labor and delivery story, I will leave the card up here and leave a link in the description box below so that you guys can go and check it out so that you can know where I'm coming from and all that stuff. So yes, I had a C-section. I delivered my baby through a C-section and it was unplanned because I went in trying to have a vaginal delivery and I ended up having an unplanned C-section. I had a failed induction and then I had, just go and watch that video so that I don't have to ramble too much. So yeah, the first thing I have to tell you guys is that there is no there shouldn't be a stigma, because I realized that in this part of the world where we are here in Africa, in Nigeria, there is this stigma around women having their babies through C-sections. So I've even heard things like, oh, the women who have their babies through C-sections are lazy, and because they didn't go through the whole labor, pushing the baby out, having tears and all that stuff. I've heard that because of that they're lazy. That doesn't make any sense. That is a whole load of bucket crap, a whole bucket load of crap. I am here to tell you that irrespective of how you have your baby, vaginally or C-sections, your baby is still your baby. The most important thing is that you're fine. The baby is fine, the baby is healthy, you yourself, you're good, you're healthy. That's the most important thing. Let me tell you something. 10 years from now, when your child is in a class in maybe secondary school or in primary school, whatever, nobody is going to come into that class and say, how many of you were born via C-sections? Raise up your hand. Or how many of you were born via vaginal birth? Raise up your hand. Oh yeah, vaginal people, step to the side. Say, no, that doesn't even matter. The most important thing is that that child is alive on this earth to fulfill God's purpose. That's the most important thing. So whether you had it vaginally or you had it via C-section, I'm here to break it to you that it does not matter. So please, we need to stop this stigma around women that gave birth through C-section. Another thing I want to talk about is that if you're not yet married, I think it will be imperative of you to have this conversation with your spouse to be. So you're getting to know each other, you guys are talking. I feel like there are two major things to talk about when you're getting to know each other and planning your lives as you move forward. Number one thing is just in case, God forbid, in this world that you don't have children, what are the plans that you and your spouse have, or what steps would you guys be taking to have children? Do you want to go through adoption? Do you want to have IVFs? Do you want to have surrogacy? That is something I feel like a lot of people do not talk about before they go into marriage. That is so important to talk about. My husband and I talked about it. The second thing is, in the event that you actually get pregnant and you want to give birth, what kind of birth are you planning to have? Now, yes, most people will say vaginal birth. Now, you also have to discuss that in case anything happens, in case of incasity with your spouse, are you open to me having a C-section? Like, you need to discuss this so that you can know how to run, my sister, just in case. So these were conversations that I had with my husband when we were dating, that whenever we get pregnant, what kind of birthing plan are we trying to have? Oh, vaginal birth. Okay, peradventure this does not happen. how are we open to a C-section? We already discussed it. When I got pregnant, we discussed it again. Up until when we were even going to have the delivery, we had discussed it. So you people need to be on the same page, because there's tons and tons and tons of stories that I've heard, especially Nigerian men. They get to the hospital, the wife is in labor, is in distress, the baby is in distress, the doctor comes and is like, this baby cannot come out vaginally. You need to sign these papers so that we can go, so that your wife can have a C-section. And you start hearing them say, God forbid, it's against my religion, it's against my tribe, it's against my this, it's against my that. It's because you people were not on the same page. That's why things like that happen. So please, please, please try as much as possible to have that conversation with your spouse to be, so that you guys can know, what you are doing in this life. So I also feel like religion has played a role in this whole thing also. You know, a lot of Christians, you hear them say, oh, they want to give birth like the Hebrew women, so there is nothing like C-section and all that stuff. Even women will be saying that no, they don't want to have C-sections because they have to give birth like the Hebrew women. There is absolutely nothing wrong with having C-sections, like I have explained before. Also, tribe plays a major role, and the family background that you're also coming from. So you hear some men say, oh, my mother gave birth to 8 of us through vaginal birth. They don't even call it vaginal birth, guys. They call it normal birth, which I have a problem with. That is just so derogatory. I don't know why they call it normal birth. Like I feel I found myself saying it once or twice, and I tried to correct myself back. It's not the right word to say. There is nothing like normal delivery. Normal delivery is also, C-section is also a normal delivery, because it's normal to have your baby through C-section also. But that's by the way, I digress. So they say, oh, their moms gave birth to 10 children vaginally, blah blah blah, so their wives cannot. Tribe plays a major role in that. The family that you grew up in plays a major role in that. I feel like the onus is on us to educate ourselves, and that's why I'm coming out here to actually talk about things like this, because I realize that even as a YouTuber, I realized that it took me a while to come out to actually to share my labor and delivery story. Like, that was part of the reasons why it actually took me 6 months to talk about it. Other than the fact that I was scarred and I did not feel like coming to talk about it yet, I also felt like, wow, people are gonna be like, oh, she didn't listen. God told me, no, don't care what anybody says. Is your child fine? Yes, my child is fine. Are you fine? Yes, I am fine. So don't care what anybody says. Don't let people stereotype you or stigmatize you. Do you get? And I feel like a lot of people also have that issue. Even here on YouTube, I feel like a lot of YouTubers will not come out to, talk about it. So the onus is on us to educate ourselves about this whole C-section. People also say that when you have a C-section, the recovery time also is a factor of why people do not want it. Now for that, to me, I cannot relate, because if you watch my labor and delivery story, I told you guys that after 2 days I was already walking about, like I was already up and about, like I was fine. I had pain medications that I was given to be taken whenever I felt like some type of pain, but it wasn't like bad. But then there are also some effects, of this C-section, things like my feet were swollen. If I have a picture, I will show you guys. My feet were swollen for days. I feel like my feet were swollen for about a week or two after I had my baby, and I heard that it was from the effect of the anesthesia from when you go numb and everything. So yeah, my feet were swollen. I can also tell you that my body has not returned back to normal. When I say my body has not returned back to normal, like I was fine, like with my body, but these days, like I have back spasms, my back just starts aching me. I just have twitches here and there. I get scratches here and there, and even the scratches are mild now, not even anything serious. But when I just put to bed, like the first 2-3 weeks, I was itching all over my body. Like I was itching my nose, I was itching my ears, like everywhere was itchy, and I heard that it's part of the reaction to some of the medications that we were given, So those are things that that happened to me. Other than that, I was actually fine. So like I said, my feet were swollen. I was having back spasms. Till now, I still get like twitches and back spasms here and there. Like I just my back, and for a long time I always had to like rest my back somewhere. But besides that, like I was fine, like good, like great. People also talk about like the scars that you have when you have a C-section, listen, I'm here to break it to you that those scars are battle scars. Like, they are like your award that you did this and you did it well. You get that's the way I have chosen to see my scars. And the funniest thing is, I don't even see my scars because the way I was stitched back up, and you know, the whatever they used melted into my skin, so you can't really see that anything happened there. Do you get what I mean? Like, it's just like my skin. The way, I don't know how they did it, but the thing melted, like it melts into your skin, and it just looks like your skin all over again. So I don't really see any scars, you know. But if you have scars, they are your battle scars, that to show that you went to war and you came out and you conquered. Okay, so don't look at it as, oh my god, this and that and that. So yeah, it's not anything like serious, and I'm talking from my own point of view. Like I said, I was already up and about, moving in a day or two. I am fine, I'm healthy, I'm okay. Like, I don't have a problem with, you know, the way I am and all that. So yeah, like, they're not things that you cannot deal with. Basically, let me just put it like that. They're not effects that you cannot deal with, and I think it's normal, because even ladies that have vaginal delivery will tell you that, oh, their first pee, oh, their first poop. Now listen, my first pee wasn't bad. Yeah, I don't remember it being bad. Now, I couldn't really sneeze. Yeah, I remember that I couldn't sneeze because, or I couldn't laugh out loud, because, you know, you just feel like if you laugh too much or if you sneeze, you feel like your stitches are just gonna come poof and, you know, come out and all that. So I was being careful to laugh, even when people were making me laugh. I didn't want to sneeze so much. And I think the first poop was also, my first poop wasn't bad actually, because I was giving laxatives. So if you're gonna, you know, if you have a C-section, and even if you have a vaginal delivery, just take laxatives when it's time for you to have your first poop, okay, and you'll be fine. So I took laxatives and I was fine. Another thing is that you might be itchy in some places. I was itchy for a couple of days, and I think that is all just the effect of, you know, the drugs, the anesthesia and all that. So it's not anything like it's not a forever lifetime something. So yeah, so those are the things I can really say about a C-section. It wasn't bad for me, and I appreciate it to the glory of God. I'm fine, you know, my baby is fine, we're both strong and healthy, which is good. So yeah, like, please, let's just debunk this myth of, oh, C-section mamas are not strong mamas, or they're lesser humans than. Please, let's just debunk that myth. And men out there, try to be supportive of your wife if, you know, eventually it gets to this case and all that. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. The most important thing is for that child to come out and be fine, and you yourself, you're fine. So yeah, those are the things I will be saying about C-sections. I can't remember any other thing to talk about, but that is what I will be talking about. Let me know if you are up for it, if it's something you're willing to consider. If you also had C-sections, like, what were like the side effects that you had? How long did your recovery process take? Were you in bed for 6 weeks like some people? Were you in bed for 4 weeks? Like, just let me know all of that. And if you had a vaginal delivery too, please let me know in the comment section down below how it was for you, because I know that vaginal delivery mamas still have theirs to deal with. Like, I'm sure some of them had tears, some of them, you know, their first pee, their first poop, those things too were very, very uncomfortable for them and all that. So yeah, just, you know, let me know what you guys think about this, and I hope I was able to pass a message across to you guys and, you know, inspire somebody and change somebody's mind about something. I hope so. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Do not forget to like this video, do not forget to subscribe to my channel, and do not forget to share with everybody that you know, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.